Bombing in 5 minutes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to QuickScope podcast, brought to you by Higher Passion Entertainment. We're your hosts, Eric, Boots, Serge, and we're just here to talk about our passion, which is video games. We're going to be touching on some awesome gaming news today. So let's go ahead and get started with that huge EA Play Live event. This event is started off really good with the president of EA talking about Black Lives Matter, how EA is dedicated to their players and inclusivity. Did you guys catch the beginning of that event? Like what the president was saying?
I did.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's awesome for a big company like EA, especially in the gaming industry, to be involved, to be as passionate as what's going around in the whole world, basically. Just to know that, hey, like that EA, the platform I play with, is doing something about it, you know? So it's huge.
Yeah, I like how, like, we were just talking about this on the last podcast too. Like Call of Duty was doing it, Twitch was doing it, and now we got EA jumping in. So it's good to see all that, but at the same time, I almost feel like it's just companies just saying it just to say it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hopefully they do follow up on a lot of the action that they do speak of, and it seems like it's a powerful message. It seemed genuine, so it was nice, and then they moved into some of their games that do display that kind of like racial equality and like The Sims and stuff like that. So it was really nice.
Yeah. I mean, we can get into The Sims too. When they were talking about The Sims, that was interesting. They started off by showing people of different backgrounds, different ethnicities, and it was cool to see each of them tell their story, and at the same time be like, The Sims game let me be my authentic self.
Right. Yeah.
I think one of them was even like, he said that The Sims was the future that he hopes we have.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like a lot of those people are kind of living, I guess, the life is kind of hard for them, maybe with disabilities or racial inequality. So it's kind of an escape, and
right.
It's sad that it kind of has to be that way, where they have to feel like they can only get away from, I guess, some troubles that they do have in their normal life in a video game. But at least they do have that platform, and hopefully these companies do help to make this better for them. And video games for all of us, it kind of gives us that safe space, a little bit of a relaxation from our normal life. So it's nice to see that through a lot of other people.
Yeah, and this idea of no barriers and being yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people will create characters in games that don't look anything like themselves.
Yeah.
It's like it's something that they wish to become,
right.
or just like to get stressed out, or I know it's a lot easier to be yourself online because it's anonymous.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get a lot of trolls. We get a lot of those type of people too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like online with these types of games, people are more authentic. Did you guys ever get into any types of social gaming, like The Sims?
Probably when I was younger, I did get into like Sim City, but nothing like what it is, what it's like today and stuff like that, But yeah, probably just Sim City and Roller Coaster Tycoon I could think of.
Yeah, for myself, it's more. I guess you could say now Minecraft is kind of that way, that it is kind of social.
Mm-hmm.
It is a more, you express yourself, and you create your own little houses and stuff like that. Like even just with Sims, and just you express yourself on your your houses, on everything. Just your personality comes out on the game, rather than it's easier for some people. So it's nice to give them to have that space to be able to do that. But yeah, for me, it's basically Sims and I guess Minecraft. I played a bit of Sims back then. Yeah, those are the two games I would say.
Yeah, what I really used a lot as social gaming was WoW, World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
I remember just after school, just jumping on with my friends and joking around online and just being in
Yeah.
chat rooms. So actually for work when I was just out of college, one of my training sessions for work was online, and instead of just being like on a Teams call or a Zoom call, they actually used a video game. It was like
Yeah.
Second Life,
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
they had us create our own avatar, and we went into a conference room, and we had to like make our avatar raise their hand to answer a question,
It's so
and
That's pretty
awesome.
cool.
even to the extent of like I was about to, I had to get up to go to the restroom, and I had to make my little avatar stand up and walk away so they knew I wasn't there. It
That's
was
cool.
ridiculous, but it was so cool because my roommates would look at me and be like, "You're working? It looks like you're playing video games." I'm like, "Nope, I'm at work."
Yeah.
And I just think it's cool that to that extent, even beyond like a Zoom call or a Skype call, they they were doing this to show more social ideas, right?
Yeah.
Like the idea of having an avatar in a game is more socializing than just being on a call.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's really interesting, and we're seeing the same thing happen in Fortnite.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have played Fortnite recently, but they have that whole
Mm,
social aspect to it now, where you don't jump into a match to fight each other. You just jump into literally dance and hang out and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think the was it Diplo? The Diplo concert was like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and emotes, skins and all that stuff. Like just in general, everyone, a lot of games do that. Kind of differentiate yourself from each other with skins, emotes.
hmm
Those are things to express yourself. It's nice that games do and add that because then it'd be kind of boring just sitting there while you're waiting. Then you could just emote and dance and have a good time with your friends.
Right.
Yeah,
And
That's
everybody
all.
has their own special characters, stuff like that. Like Destiny.
Yeah,
That's I think the one
yeah,
game I kind of noticed at first, where you had like the helmet, the shoulders, the legs, the little guy, the ghost that follows you around. They're all different in some
yeah,
ways.
yeah,
Something, yeah,
yeah. No, I remember in Destiny, you could legit like spot your friend across the map sometimes just because you play with them so much and you know
mm,
their skin already. So
right.
yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, and then I think one of the biggest news about The Sims, they didn't really show any new stuff about
yeah,
Sims, but it's gonna be on Steam.
yeah,
So I think they said there's a bunch of other games that are gonna be on Steam.
Right.
One of the big ones, Apex Legends.
yeah,
So
hmm
I know we touched on Apex Legends last time, but there's I feel like there's just so much more to talk about now. They showed the Lost Treasures event, which obviously we're excited for.
yeah.
They showed the Armed and Dangerous evolved new game mode
Right.
with the respawns and everyone
Respawn
has evil
beacons.
armor. Yeah, they did changes to. Have you guys played the new event yet? It's already out. It's out right now.
Yeah, that's already. Yeah, I've been
Uh,
playing it for the last 2 days and stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
It's intense. I mean, especially the Armed and Dangerous event. It's hard just because it is snipers and it is shotguns only.
Uh,
So if you don't get the right shotgun, you're basically out of luck. And then it's the limited of shields too. So you got to really choose them wisely and stuff
wow,
like that. So yeah, man. I mean, Apex is doing his thing, man. I love it.
Yeah, this is their best season so far. They have the
Mm.
most active users. They're making the right changes, and one of the biggest news, they're gonna do crossplay in the fall.
finally,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know, right?
It's kind of crazy with Apex. They had like right after Fortnite kind of started dipping a bit. They came out of nowhere and
And blew up.
and blew up, and then they plummeted so hard for a little while there, and they've just been on the rise since then. And it's just crazy how every season they progressively get better, and then finally crossplay. They add in crossplay cross platform. I think that was something that it lacked a lot. A lot of people were just kind of like, "Oh, I want to play with my friend on PS4 or
Right.
Xbox on PC," and you weren't able to. I'm glad that they're bringing it out. Maybe I'll jump on there because I know I have some friends on PS4 that do play. So Definitely, it's going to bring a lot of new players definitely to their game. So
Oh yeah, and you're gonna
yeah,
be able to make teams a lot easier.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, easily.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, especially with like you guys are on Xbox, me being on PlayStation, we can
yeah,
actually play this game now.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Uh, not only that, not only for crossplay, but it's also I mentioned it's coming to Steam,
Right.
and it's gonna be on Nintendo Switch.
yeah.
I don't know how that game is gonna be on the
I
Switch.
cannot wait. I feel like Xbox, PlayStation, and PC is gonna have a field day with the Switch
I could just
people.
imagine because I'll play Fortnite with some of my friends. I'm on my PlayStation, they're on their Switch, and just the games are so much easier when you're playing with people on Switch. And nothing against people that use a Switch, but the large majority of them are kids.
Right,
And
exactly.
then the PlayStation and the Xbox One, they're meant for teenagers and for adults like us, like young adults. And then you'll have this whole new group of children playing Apex, and it's just gonna be I don't know, it's gonna be insane. Just gonna be clicking heads
Yeah.
all day.
It's gonna be
Uh,
fun.
it's great. It's great. It's something every game I think should strive for.
Yeah,
It's going to be awesome.
yeah. But then on the other end, um, I don't know if you've ever played crossplay on any of these games with people on PC. That is, I feel like they look at us how we look at the
Oh
Switch
yeah,
gamers.
100%.
It's a challenge, though. I mean, that's how
Yeah,
you get better, right? In competitive gaming, competitive shooters, FPS, that's how you get better, man. That'll bring competition, and then people just start to get progressively better.
yeah.
Definitely playing
We'll,
PC.
we'll see if they do what Fortnite did, where they introduced the skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So even especially with crossplay, that might be really important because someone that's super good on PC might not be paired up with someone that's okay on PlayStation or
Yeah,
Xbox.
Right.
yeah,
The only thing with that is a game like Fortnite can do it because they have
yeah,
so many players.
yeah,
I know Apex right now has a good amount of players, but if that ever dips out,
What
it's
happens then?
gonna be
Yeah.
hard games. Yeah, the really good people are gonna just consistently win, and it's gonna make it harder
yeah.
for just casual gamers.
Well, I mean, hopefully, I think Fortnite does it where they. So if you're on PC, if one person on your lobby is in PC, it'll automatically put you in a PC lobby.
Yeah,
And if so they have like a
Okay.
tier system, so they go to like PC, then Xbox and PS4, and then Switch and mobile. So if depending on I guess who's the highest, so it would be PC, and then if you're playing on Xbox with someone on Switch, it'll be an Xbox lobby. So that kind of helps to not have to always be playing Switch. If players on Switch just want to play with players on Switch or something, they'll mostly be Switch players.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully,
Hopefully, yeah, you
hopefully,
can only
yeah,
hope for. Yeah,
yeah. And I wanted to get your opinions on this. I don't know if you guys PC game at all, but uh, it coming to Steam, they just had so much focus on that. I feel they made it a big deal, like it's finally coming to Steam.
Right.
And so, like in my head, what does that mean for the Origins platform?
Well, so I'm not a big PC guy, so I really don't know kind of like the Steam and then the Origin. I
Yeah,
just heard just because like Origin is not as they spend too much money on that, and they know that Steam is the way to go. Just listening to other gamers and talk about it and stuff like that,
hmm
I think they're making the right move going to
yeah,
Steam.
yeah.
yeah,
I use Steam, and Steam makes it easy to PC game. That's
yeah,
just straight up. I
yeah,
would love it if all of my games on my computer were
yeah.
just on Steam.
Yeah, it's horrible having different launchers and one for Fortnite, one for this, and one for that. Just if everything was in one place, it'd definitely be nicer.
Yeah. So it looks like Steam's kind of taking that over.
Yeah,
Right.
And yeah, so maybe the Origins platform is just gonna go away eventually.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And there's no
and
reason for them to put their money into something like that when they're just focused on your games and put out good games. And
Hmm.
they're on a different platform. They're on a
yeah,
different platform. That's
who
it.
knows what happens on the back end though? Like, does Steam take a percentage
Oh, I'm pretty
of
sure. Yeah,
the stuff that's
yeah,
downloaded on there? I'm sure
definitely.
it's a
Have
free
to.
game. Putting up a
Yeah,
free game on Steam, that can't be easy.
yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably why a lot of games don't do their on Steam, because they probably do take a good percentage. So if they're able to hold up their launcher pretty well, they get to keep that money in the end.
Yep. Well, that's not stopping EA. Sims is going on Steam. Apex Legends. They said their Titanfall games are going to be on Steam,
Nice.
and Dead Space 3. So I love the Dead Space games.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite horror
Right.
games.
What wasn't a Titanfall? I think last week. I think it was trending the top selling game. I think last week.
Really?
Yeah, Titanfall 2. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they dropped their price. Just they didn't even drop it that much, but it just people are like, okay, I can get it, and
I can get it now.
people were just downloading like crazy.
Yeah.
And then what are the games? A Way Out. It's gonna be on Steam by EA. Yeah, and they have the new Command and Conquer remastered.
Right.
Yeah, which is
I
a
saw that.
classic. The Command and Conquer
Yeah,
is a classic.
definitely.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
good. It doesn't look amazing. I'm probably not gonna download it. But if that's your type of game, if you want to try out Command and Conquer, I mean it's on Steam now, so why not?
Yeah.
And they said there's going to be a bunch of more games that are coming to Steam for EA, so
Right.
I'm expecting them to just go all out. We're going to see all these PC games for EA going on there. I wonder how it would look to have like Madden
On
on
there.
on PC or something.
Oh man, it looks so good.
That'd be crazy. And then aside from all these games going to Steam, they also said they're announcing 7 new games coming to Switch. They didn't say which 7. It might just be the same ones. Obviously, Apex Legends is one of them.
Yeah.
Maybe Sims. Maybe
I can see Madden.
Madden on Switch. Imagine how dope that would be, like to be able to like draw how to play or something.
Dude, that
on
would
the
be
tablet.
sweet.
That would be cool.
It'd do like coach mode. That'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
Yeah. And I mean, we could talk about those for a bit.
Yeah.
For the EA Sports section. So it was really cool to see Lamar Jackson. Just kind of be like,
Oh yeah,
got
of
some
course.
exciting news for you.
Yeah.
And I was kind of disappointed. I didn't really see any exciting news. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, they didn't really show much. I mean, it was just him talking, and then I think they showed a few clips of FIFA. It was mainly FIFA, right? I felt like it was mainly FIFA.
A little bit of
Madden
both.
and FIFA.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it was.
They showed
yeah.
Brady in that Bucks jersey, though.
Yeah, it was. A little
Of course,
bland, but,
you have to. Well, I know that I think today they came out with a little video, or I think it was today, kind of the ideas of what's coming to Madden 21. I feel like it looks like Madden 2020, which is not a bad thing, because Madden 2020, I think it was a really great graphic game.
That was amazing.
Yeah. A couple of features I actually liked that they're bringing. 3 features. The first one is the defensive line play. When you're able to use different pass rush moves, just different moves with the defensive lineman. I think that's huge. Because I
square.
Right, exactly. You will have a whole arsenal to use now, and stuff like that. So I think that's huge. And also tackling. I think tackling has always been kind of an issue for Madden and stuff like that, especially when you have like 2 people tackling the running back. That third person comes in, he doesn't really do anything. He just jumps over the people. But now they have it where he actually joins into the tackle to close off that tackle, which is awesome. And then the last one I definitely like is the breakdown tackle. So when you see the running back coming towards you, you see the defender stop and just get that tackle in rather than him just diving for the tackle. I think just little stuff like that. I think it's huge.
Yeah, it makes it more realistic.
Exactly.
I wonder if it'll affect the speed of those games though, because I mean, just to be honest, Madden doesn't feel very realistic to me.
Yeah.
It's always a bit ridiculous when I'm playing with my friends and we're all doing these crazy Hail Mary catches and stuff like that. But do we want something more realistic? Because that will slowly become a slow game.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know, that's my biggest draw away from the game. Like I don't like playing those games because you don't have control. Like I don't like having too much control. Like you said, just with a defensive lineman, you just click a button and you don't know where they're going really. It's
Right.
just kind of like
Mm.
that's kind of what I didn't like. So definitely if you have more control over the play, it'll be slower, but I mean, at least you have some kind of say in the outcome. A lot of times, I feel like those games you just like you said, throw out Hail Mary, and if you win, you win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I think comparing it to a game like 2K, like NBA 2K, NBA 2K, they do a good job at that, at being able to selectively choose which way you're dribbling, how
Yeah.
you dribble. Now, this is recent. This is very recent
Right.
Yeah.
that they added that in, and I think it really helped the gameplay a lot.
Yeah.
And again, you're not going to be doing crazy alley oops like you used to, but at the same time, personally, I feel like that helped the NBA games, the
Yeah.
NBA 2K games. So I guess maybe you have a point. Maybe it'll help the Madden games.
Yeah. Yeah. Sports game in general, they just need to be realistic because
It's
I mean,
hard.
the outcome is kind of dependent on one play. You know what I mean, or one tackle, or
Right.
one thing instant. So it's kind of it has to be realistic as much as it can be.
And then there's FIFA, and that it just looks super realistic. I'm a
Yeah.
soccer
Oh yeah.
fan, and I'm excited for FIFA every
Yeah.
year, and it has to be one of their top selling games.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a
easily.
worldwide game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. FIFA's beautifully made. FIFA's like the one sports game that like can sit up there and you know it's a good game.
Yeah,
And it constantly just gets better. So
yeah.
they're
Not
doing a
only
good
that,
job
they
with it.
they keep setting the bar, right?
Yeah.
Even with loot boxes, for example. Like FIFA
Yeah.
started that, the whole loot
Yeah.
box thing, and getting the player cards and all
Yeah.
that. For what was it, the Ultimate Game or something like that
Yeah.
for FIFA, and that just blew up, and they just started making so much money off that every other game has to have loot boxes now.
Right.
Yeah.
So FIFA, again, in this specific event, I don't think they showed a lot other than the really nice graphics.
Yeah.
But we're definitely, I'm hoping that we're gonna hear something more from FIFA.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like they don't have to in these games. Like this conference just I mean this event just seemed more like they were introducing a lot of things. So FIFA, I
Mm.
feel like they don't have to introduce too much. So they'll probably do a couple commercials before everyone's gonna buy it.
Right.
So they don't have to do too much.
Yeah, is FIFA on Switch? I don't think it is, huh?
Nah,
Not that I know
I
of.
don't think so, but I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh yeah,
Maybe that's one of the games coming to Switch.
It could
That,
be.
that would be
yeah,
an easy one. I
Oh
think that
yeah.
would be an
yeah,
easy one for people that
yeah,
have Switch to
yeah.
pick up and play, especially with people with kids, because I
Yeah,
know with my little cousins and
they
stuff,
play
we
against
would
each other.
play. Yeah, we would be able to
Yeah,
play those games, and adults would go get into it as well. So that might be a good one for
yeah,
Switch. A nice
yeah. It's definitely
family game.
a family game. Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um. Okay, and then other announcements from EA. They came out with 3 EA original games. These look like super indie games.
yeah,
I wanted to start off with the first one by Hazelight. So Hazelight Gaming, obviously a subsidiary of EA. The game is called It Takes Two. So a co-op platformer. I don't think I've ever seen a co-op platformer outside of the Super Mario like Wii games.
hmm
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but this looks very very involved where you have to work together to get through these.
yeah. Yeah, I think the guy was the creator of the game was talking about how I guess you're gonna be able to manipulate the mechanics of the game. Like you're gonna be able to have the ability to choose how the game runs. I guess that's what he was saying. That it's gonna be very uh, personalized to your kind of gameplay. I guess so. It looks pretty interesting. Like you said, it was an indie game, so um, definitely have to look up more about it. But it looked interesting, definitely.
Yeah, the interesting thing I found about it was that Hazelight created the game Brothers. Did you
Yeah.
guys ever play Brothers?
Didn't play
Mm-mm.
it, but I saw the commercial, well,
Yeah.
the little gameplay while it was going on, and it was It looked pretty good.
Brothers
Yeah.
was interesting. Brothers was
Yeah.
a really cool game. Third person, kind of like a stealth game where you're trying to escape a prison and your brother's helping you, and you do all these different things, and you just play through the story.
Yeah.
It's an older game, and I just find it interesting how they went from Brothers, and then they're like, "Oh, this is a brand new game, but it's also a co-op game." Right?
Yeah.
That was interesting. I also find it hard to find people to play with all the time.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much a co-op platform game would work right now.
Yeah.
Other than if they weren't very specific whether it was co-op online or co-op on the same console.
Yeah.
So can I pick this game up with my wife and just both of us play through it like almost like a movie night and just kind of play through it once in a while just for fun? Or do I have to have a buddy online to play, or can I play it myself? Because
Yeah.
these types of games I usually pick up to play myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I've been playing through the game Transistor by myself, and I just downloaded Spider-Man, and I'm playing through that. I don't know if I would be able to find someone online to consistently play this game with
Yeah.
me.
Definitely. You don't want to have to always force yourself, I guess, to play with someone
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to, just chill and play by yourself. So hopefully it's not like that. I mean, I feel like they lose a lot of players due to that. So hopefully
Yeah.
that's not the way that they're gonna go. Yeah.
And at the same time, if it is a co-op platformer that you play with an AI, that would kind
Yeah.
of suck too, because I hate game AIs.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I hate bots. Can't do it.
Yeah.
The next game they talked about was from Zoink Games, and it's called Lost in Random. What did you guys think of that game?
It's a little bit weird. It looked like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, right. It looked like a
Yeah.
Tim Burton
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. It looks good though. Maybe I'll pick it up, but yeah, it looked a little bit, kind of just dark, and it
Right.
looks like it has a good story. Definitely, it looks like it's very you're very integrated into the environment, and just a lot of emotional, like one of those emotional games that you kind of get. You keep going, and yeah,
I mean, yeah, like I said, it's just like the story. It definitely, I would go through that because I do want to play. I like games with a good story, good background, stuff like that. And that game just looks like it would, and it's gonna have a
yeah,
good story and stuff like that. So that's probably one reason why I'm excited. Because I don't play story games like that anymore.
yeah,
What I also wonder about these games sometimes is what's the price point going to be? Because personally, I'm not paying $50 to play Lost in Random.
yeah.
No, yeah,
30, hopefully 30 something. I think that
I
people
think
would be.
30, 35.
Yeah.
30
Hopefully,
for
if,
sure.
if it's 50,
I
I
don't
think.
know if I'd pay 30 for it.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought it looks weird. Like even
it did look real weird.
even the guys talking about it, the developers, they were just like, what are you saying right now?
Yeah, it looked a little dark.
Yeah, it's definitely people that probably like those dark movies, like Tim Burton movies or like Coraline, things like that. They'll
I
probably like it. And
I think I've seen a game that kind of like it. That would kind of remind me. Hollow Knights. You guys ever seen that game?
mhm,
Yeah, that they kind of reminded me like that of that game. So I guess
yeah,
that there's kind of genre that would definitely play that type of game.
yeah. And this game might also they kept talking about it being for everyone, so that might be a hint that it's going to be E for everyone rated. So
Yeah,
it might just be targeted for children, and
yeah,
that's completely fine. That makes sense. Who
yeah,
knows? This might be, like I said before, one of those games that's going to the Switch that they said, and that would make a lot of sense.
definitely.
I think maybe that's why I didn't really feel too drawn to it.
Yeah,
But the third original game that they talked about, I was very drawn to. I
same.
really like this one,
Yeah,
the Rocket Arena.
it looks awesome. I
You
love
guys,
it.
you guys like Rocket Arena?
It looks like kind of like a, I guess, Overwatch, but a lot more hectic. I guess you could
Yeah.
say not as organized in team play, but Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Overwatch. I didn't explain too much how the I guess the team mechanic was going to work because it just seemed like everyone just kind of killing each other. I don't know if it was like domination or stuff like that.
So
I mean,
it looked like it was scoring,
okay,
and you would get a point. This is just what, like 5 minute trailer,
yeah.
but it looked like they were scoring from knocking people off of the arena
Oh,
with
okay.
rockets. And an interesting thing that I saw about it, it's technically a hero shooter, yeah, like Overwatch,
Yeah,
and but there's no blood or anything, and like
Right.
people aren't dying. They
yeah,
literally just get knocked
yeah. It's
into
like
like
Not
oblivion.
a Super Smash, like a Super Smash
kind of.
kind of knock. Yeah,
Yeah, they get knocked away.
yeah,
Uh, and then you mentioned Overwatch. I felt like it almost felt a little like Team Fortress too,
yeah, yeah. That too.
like TF2. It
Yeah,
just different characters that they said are gonna have different move sets.
yeah,
Um, the only thing that I wasn't too jazzed about, even though it's called Rocket Arena, is that it's only rockets.
yeah,
Projectile games are not easy.
yeah.
Right.
Um, yeah, I was a big fan of Splatoon. I played
Okay.
Splatoon,
Yeah, yeah,
and and going from the mechanic like Splatoon to Warzone or Apex is just crazy. And you just need to change your aim. You need to change everything.
Everything.
Yeah, and but other than that, I think this game's gonna do well. What do you guys
yeah. I
think?
think so. What? Yeah, I
I
like
think
the
it.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, I
good.
mean it's different. It's the Rockets, and which I'm still a little hesitant about, but it is something new.
Yeah,
Which
Exactly. Yeah,
you never
it's
know.
new and different, which is what last podcast we were talking about. That we need games that feel different, that feel new.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Rocket Arena comes out July 14th, so just a few weeks.
That's quick. Yeah,
Hmm.
And right off the bat, Final Strike Games did great with this. It's going to be crossplay
I know. Yeah,
from
that's
the get
awesome.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
it's gonna be on
course.
everything, right? Switch, Xbox, PS4,
It
PC.
will not be on Switch.
No, I thought. Oh, I thought it was
So
on Switch
I
too.
paid close attention to what he was saying. He's like, it's going to be on PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Oh man, I
And
felt like that's.
he's like, man, really? You guys like hype up the Switch fan base and then
Yeah,
And boom.
go through all this thing, Rocket Arena, crossplay, and not on Switch.
that
Nope.
seems like a perfect game for Switch.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
It does.
Right. I was like, I would think I would see that on Switch before I would see that on Xbox or
Oh
something
yeah.
like this. You know what I mean?
I mean, I just compared it to Splatoon, which is a
Yeah,
purely Nintendo game.
yeah,
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on over at EA with the Switch games. Maybe they just need to get some things down, or it's all going to come at once.
yeah.
So we'll see. But
Hopefully, it
but for
comes out
now,
eventually.
yeah, yeah. But for now, it's going to be on PS4, Xbox, and PC, July 14th. I'm going to download it and definitely going to try it out and probably stream it. See if we can get some good games going there.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, and then so after those three EA originals, I think those are pretty good. Those are
Right.
pretty standard indie games
Yeah.
that some of them might do well, right? And Fortnite was an indie game technically,
Yeah,
Right.
and,
definitely.
and we all saw what happened there. But then they switched from all these indie game talks during this live cast. They went to a big name, Star Wars, and specifically Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah.
There's a lot to break down here.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So off the bat, what do you guys think?
I'm excited. I mean, just like we're talking about earlier about Destiny, to able to customize your character, the ship, the little stuff, and you can put little stuff inside the ship and stuff like that. That I've seen. I think that's huge to customize your own ship and whatnot.
The graphics were amazing,
Oh yeah.
and it's just a game that I think I'm gonna play on VR, and it just seems like a game you have to play on VR. Like it just seems like that. It just
Yeah.
you're so immersive, and it kind of reminds you of like the Star Wars rides from from Disneyland and Disney World, where you're just kind of immersed. But just imagine it with VR. Looks pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I legit posted about it, and right off the bat, I had some friends just be like, "Hey, you have to join my squadron. We have to play this." Like,
Yeah.
there's so much excitement over it already. Just hearing the word Star Wars Squadron,
Oh
people
yeah.
got excited. Yeah. Aside from awesome gameplay, they also have a crazy cast of characters
Hmm.
and a brand new single player story. Star
Yep.
Wars in and of itself is huge. I mean, we have Mandalorian. We have, like, I just finished watching the Clone Wars, and
Right.
there's just so much story there, and and I don't know how they're gonna do with this story. Um, the last game, what was it? Star Wars. What was it Jedi Fallen? What
Jedi
was it called?
Fallen 3
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Fallen Order. I don't remember what it was
I
called.
think it was
I didn't play
Jedi
it.
Fallen, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So the last Star Wars game, I heard mixed reviews about the story, and I personally didn't play it. I went through and just kind of read about it, and I didn't want to play it because, one, the price point, and it's a one-player game. I'm really big on multiplayers,
Yeah.
Right.
and again, when I was hearing about the story, some people were really excited. They really loved the story. Other people were just like, uh, it was whatever. I played
Yeah.
through it, and I'm probably not going to play it again. So I don't know how much they can do with this story. What do you guys think? It's supposed to happen after Star Wars Episode 6,
Okay.
so around the same time as the Mandalorian, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Jedi Fallen Order. Star Wars
Fallen
Jedi
Order.
Fallen
Okay.
Order.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it looks like they're probably gonna be limited to what they could do. It's probably going to be something more immersive where you're just, I guess, maybe picking, maybe like picking your routes or something. Like maybe, hopefully, it has something like, I guess you could do like Fallout, like where you're just kind of picking and choosing what to do, the right or wrong,
Right.
kind of gives you the option to play the game how you want to play it. So,
Yeah. They
uh,
did mention that you're going to be playing two distinct characters,
Right.
so you might be playing someone from the dark side and
yeah,
someone from the light
that'd be
side.
awesome. That'd be
So
awesome.
like they could actually go the route which I think Nintendo should bring back as like kind of like Star Fox.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly how I
Yeah.
can see this game playing out, just like Star Fox, and I think that would be the best way to play it out. To be honest.
Yeah, just go through the story and make it more than just the flight simulator, like
Right.
Yeah.
like being those in all the different vehicles that they have available
Yeah.
for Star Wars franchise, and
Yeah.
be part of those major battles. That would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Aside from that, so the story we'll just see. We'll have to wait and see. That's
Yeah.
to me, that's kind of play second fiddle to actually creating your own squadron
Yeah.
and doing these missions with friends.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? So originally when I thought they'll probably just do X-wing and TIE fighter, like the main ones, they added in so many different types of ships,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost like going back to what you were saying about Overwatch. For Rocket Arena, it's almost like each ship has its own specific move set, specific things it's meant for.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna start seeing Star Wars Squadron metas being built?
Yeah, definitely it could be. I feel like
Feel that?
when there's always abilities or kind of the abilities kind of, if one of those ships just happens to have a better ability, it's going to be meta. And
Oh yeah.
maybe there's kind of different ships, maybe something that one does better than the other. So hopefully maybe there's kind of a team aspect there where you kind of need one type of ship to complement another type of ship, and like you said, like with making metas that way. Maybe
Yeah.
they work together better. Certain ships, definitely.
Because I know they have like a speed ship. I know I saw that they saw like a healer one too.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
some,
support
see what I
ship,
mean?
yeah.
Like they're gonna have something to incorporate everything together to kind of
that'd be awesome.
go that route.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I think that'll be interesting when it comes to the missions. because you're going to be with your friends. You'll create your squadron, and you're going to have to create your ship or upgrade your ship in certain ways specifically for that mission.
Yeah.
Right.
It's almost going back to like World of Warcraft or any other MMO game where you
Yeah.
have to plan and build up for dungeon battles.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go to dungeons, you have to have like for this dungeon you have to have this specific type of power and
Yeah.
these many items of each, and you're gonna start seeing all these websites putting, oh yeah, if you want to beat this mission, you're gonna have to use these types of ships, and I think we might see a lot of that, especially with how intricate
Yeah.
you can and different style of ship you can have. Like Boots, you were talking about that, the different details that are going to be in it.
Right.
You can almost play your own game. You can make
Yeah.
it however you want. You can make a super fast ship. You can do it slow. You can make a super
Yeah.
tanky ship.
Exactly.
And it's going to be awesome for like the grind aspect, because then people are going to be able to grind for things rather than just play a game like a story mode. You're going to have to try different type of ships, and so you're going to have to grind for different type of abilities, or whatever they do have. It's going to definitely make it a little more long lasting than just a normal story mode or something co-op.
Yeah, definitely. And then aside from all these missions that you would do with your squadron, they also bring back the 5v5 dogfight.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the more fun mode
Oh,
for me.
Yeah.
easily.
For me personally, just going 5v5 versus another team.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure friendships will be broken. And
Oh man.
yeah, just hearing that, just a dogfight, and the people creating the game, or the guy that was speaking to the game, he even mentioned how early on in the game you're going to be able to do these different missions and stuff normally and very easily. So it's like you fly, you shoot, and but little by little you're going to start learning these different moves you can do and upgrading your ship. Again, going back to how you can change up your ship and have
Right.
different add-ons and whatnot. And that's really going to affect your dogfights.
Oh, easily.
Like, I think at one point he talked about being able to like fly super fast and learn how to do a 180 turn and then shoot a missile, and like if I land that in a game, I'm just gonna be so excited.
It's like trick shotting in
Right.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
No scope.
yeah, no scope, or even like QuickScope, right?
Right.
I don't know what it's gonna be add-ons, but it's gonna seem like almost like a gun game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah,
a dogfight.
maybe this is something that will take over games too. Like we said, something different, right? It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be a first person shooter. So hopefully
yeah,
this is something that will definitely take over. It
yeah.
looks promising. So
It really does. I
yeah,
mean, I'm not a big Star Wars fan, so I might offend some people.
same here.
But I definitely want to get this game. It just looks. It's like I said, it's different. There's a grind to it. I feel like there's gonna be a grind to get certain things, which I like, and I think a lot of people do like as well. That aspect of just grinding, just to get certain weapons or certain costumes and stuff like that. So I'm very excited for this game.
This is a game that I personally feel would be better suited to a PC than a console.
Oh yeah,
And just because the way they describe it as a flight simulator and all this,
Yeah.
although I play on PlayStation, I if they have this available on PC, I might just get it on PC. Just
Yeah.
because I'll be able to button map and do all these different things with the keyboard, and if it is a flight simulator, which how they keep describing it, I
Yeah.
don't know. What do you guys think?
Definitely PC if you have the option. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, especially since there's gonna be a lot of stuff going around. If you look at the trailer and stuff like that, there was so many things going around. So you
Yeah.
can only imagine, man. Like a PC, I think will work the best for it.
Yeah. You'll have an advantage there. They
yeah,
did not mention crossplay for this, so maybe it won't have
true.
crossplay.
Oh, that would suck. Yeah.
They did mention full VR,
Yeah.
Right.
so I think technically full VR is, what is it, 180, like from your right to your left, right?
Yeah.
Just everything but behind you.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and for this game specifically, full VR might actually be an advantage in a fight.
Yeah. You definitely have more range of view, and uh, honestly, yeah, I would definitely give it a shot on VR. Like this game just looks like it's made for VR, even though it's kind of made for PC. But like just immersion, just you said, just the 180, so you'd be able to see around you and have more view of everything around you. So definitely would be nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a dope game. I know.
Oh yeah.
I have some friends that are super excited for it, and
Yeah.
I'm definitely coughing up the money in October to play this game. So
Yeah.
October 2nd,
Nice.
Star Wars Squadrons. Yep. And then finally for EA Play Live, they ended with this big note. Skate is going to be coming back.
Yeah.
Yep.
People have been asking for it forever.
For a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even touched on it, right? They're like, you guys literally spoke this into existence.
Yeah.
People asked for it so much that they're bringing it back.
I mean, and also I think I felt like they had to do something just because of Tony Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
They had to, because I think we were talking about last week that they were not talking about it whatsoever. We're not going to do another skate, and then Tony Hawk comes out. Okay, you know what? We're going to do another skate.
For sure. Competition.
Yeah, of course.
And I think they threw in skate at the last moment, and I know I'm begging on EA for this, but even the people that were talking during this were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have skate. We're in early stages. We're just getting started." Oh, like, did you guys just decide to make skate like this just because Tony Hawk announced that they're gonna remaster?
Yeah.
Personally, did you guys play these games? Skate?
Yeah, I played Skate 1
one.
and 2. 1 and 2. Yeah.
How do you like it compared to the Tony Hawk games?
It's different. Definitely different. Tony Hawk just seemed more, I guess you could call it freestyle, or more. Skate was a little more realistic, I guess you could say.
Right.
So they're definitely two different type of games. So, but yeah, I'm excited for it. It looks cool, along with Tony Hawk, and I think on Twitter they responded to Tyler, the creator, was like had responded to them, or he tweeted at them maybe 4 or 5 years ago to bring back Skate, and then they replied to him saying like, "Oh, it's coming back," like 5 years later. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people seem excited. Yeah.
5 years. Well, interesting thing also about Skate, I heard someone else point this out. They just said Skate is coming back. They did not say if it's going to be a new game, Skate 4, or if it's going to be a remaster of an old game.
Oh, that's true.
So, I mean, I'm not going to be mad if it's a remastered Skate.
Yeah.
Right.
Compared to Tony Hawk, whatever. But
I feel like at this point, if you bring a remaster, people are going to be kind of pissed,
upset. Yeah,
you're going to lose a lot of people, and they're going to just go play Tony Hawk. So,
oh yeah, because I mean, everybody's excited for Tony Hawk 1. Like that just the first one. You know, I'm excited for that one because I played it on N64 for hours.
Yeah,
I used to go to my neighbors. Hey, let's play some Tony Hawk. You know what I mean? So they had to come out with something new. They cannot. I feel like they can't do a remaster. Because I like.
At that point, you might as well just not make the game remaster.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And then after that announcement, I just felt like that was such a crappy announcement to end on, and they should have ended with Star Wars, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Star Wars Squadrons, but they had to throw in Skate. And at the end, they just started talking a little bit about the next gen consoles,
which is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, they said there's going to be a lot of focus on VR. So there's that again. Do either of you have a VR set?
No,
not yet.
No. Okay.
They're wanting to try it though.
I've been looking at the PlayStation VR. I think it looks cool. I don't think I have enough games that use VR.
Yeah.
To buy it, but I might just get it for Star Wars Squadrons, like you said.
Yeah, I feel like once they bring, I don't know if you guys have seen like Ready Player One. Once they bring
Mhm.
out something, or like there was another game with there was another movie that was kind of like VR like that. Once they bring out those type of games, that's probably when I get into VR. But
Right.
yeah, but Squadrons just makes me kind of want to get it. Um, it just looks amazing.
Mhm.
Maybe that'll push me to get me a new one or get one.
That'll be a pretty price to pay if you're getting the new consoles plus their VR.
Ooh.
That's easily $1,000.
Yeah,
Just about. Oof.
Yeah.
I was get a PC at that point, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I have a buddy who's building a PC specifically for VR gaming, so
Okay.
That's
he's
cool.
he's excited about that.
It's pretty cool.
And in my opinion, I was like, dude, if you want really good VR quality, then yeah, probably PC is the way to go.
Yeah.
But in PlayStation and Xbox's defense, I haven't tried either of their VRs.
Yeah.
I've just seen videos on it and reviews, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Apparently, it's a big focus both
Yeah.
for EA and the next gen consoles. Another big focus was to make games look more realistic. They mentioned Dice, so Dice is obviously always at the forefront of realistic games. They showed some pretty cool footage of the Dice systems and
Right.
on the I think they were showing it on the PS5, and that looked cool. What do you guys think? Is stuff getting too realistic?
Never. I
Never.
mean, I think growing up and stuff like that with the Nintendo at first, PlayStation 1, you always want that realistic game. You want to feel like
Yeah.
it's happening right outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, you want to feel like, hey, that's happening right now. Like he's stealing that car. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, I like the realistic graphics. I think it makes the game more appealing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what games always strive for, right? I mean, better graphics, realistic. There are some games that they don't like doing realistic, so it kind of just depends with the game, I guess. But
Mhm.
there are some games that kind of look more cartoonish, that are better looking cartoonish. But just in general, graphics, just they gotta keep getting better. You can't go backwards. Something like this, definitely.
Right.
And then at the end of it, while they were talking about the next generation, they were showing this game, which I was just confused. They're like, "Oh yeah, we're building this new game on this new engine specifically for next gen," and it's literally a game that is impossible to run on Xbox One or PS4. It's meant for next gen.
Wow.
And I was looking at it. I think they only showed like 2 or 3 clips of it. It kind of looked weird. It was just like a guy falling through the air.
Hmm.
So I have no idea what to expect from that.
Yeah. I get
But
to see that. Yeah.
yeah,
I
they
can see
might
that.
be jumping the gun.
Yeah.
They might be jumping the gun and
Yeah.
trying to get people excited for next gen, and might not
Right.
really have anything specifically for next gen yet.
Yeah.
For me, I know I'm going out a little bit off topic. One thing I was kind of disappointed about EA, I think a lot of people were, there's no Battlefield.
Oh yeah,
No Battlefield announcement whatsoever, which is huge.
yep. Especially with Call of Duty killing it right now,
Right.
and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah,
Neither
maybe they're just
crossplay,
focusing on
nothing.
different. Maybe they're just focusing on different games. Maybe they gave up on Battlefield. Who knows? But
I went to skate.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they come out with one because Battlefield's awesome. I mean, it's good to have
Mhm.
something different than Call of Duty as well,
Right.
with that same kind of feel. But it's Battlefield's always been a good game. Hopefully they do continue to come out with it. But if they don't, it's understandable because kind of Call of Duty is just killing it right now. They're just like, oh, we'll just focus our money into something else.
Yeah, yeah, and when they were talking about the new consoles too, the biggest thing for me outside of the realistic graphics and the VR was the loading times. I don't know if you saw that Need for Speed loading time,
Yes.
but that was ridiculous. It
Fast.
literally, I mean, Need for Speed. I played those games before. Loading times are abysmal.
Long,
Yep,
dreadful.
and they did it in just a couple seconds. And I would just save so much time in my life if loading times were
No one wants to
quicker.
be in a loading screen ever.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course not.
So that's cool, and we'll see if it's actually that speed. I feel like a lot of times the hardware can only go as fast as your internet, obviously,
Yeah.
Right.
and we'll just see. As of now, for next gen consoles, technically the Xbox has the better hardware, the better specs. PlayStation 5 is just a little bit behind, but
Yeah.
even then, it's comparable to like a computer, a
Right.
PC now. So we'll see. We'll see how those loading times actually look when we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that pretty much rounded out the rest of the EA Play Live event. Overall, what were your thoughts on the event? I know, Boots. You mentioned that you were sad that they didn't show any Battlefield.
Right. I mean, I was just excited because it's just Apex. You got Madden in there and stuff like that. They're my two biggest games right now that I play. So they started off with Apex, so that only shows how big Apex is right now.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I think that was huge, and it's only going to get better because they're adding so much stuff. Season 6 is just a couple weeks away, and then I know they're adding another character, so can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they did a great job. Apex is growing. They're just their game. Their standard is pretty high with a lot of their games. It seems like they don't. They bring out games that are, I guess, worthy of being out there. So it's nice to see like Star Wars, Rocket League. A lot of their indie games look promising. Even if you might not play them, they still look like good games. They're probably going to get a lot of good reviews. Players playing them, so they're different for everybody. You don't have to play every game, so I'm definitely going to be to certain genre of gameplay for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I agree. It was good. I wouldn't say it was great.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think they did really good with, especially with the whole situation with not being able to do the E3 event, which is where they were supposed to do this.
Yeah.
They overall they did a really good job with it. They did a good job promoting it, and they came out with new games and stuff. So
Yeah.
I would agree that was a pretty good showing, and hopefully we'll just hear more about these games. I want to hear more about Madden, about FIFA.
Mhm.
I want clarification on Skate, what actually is happening there.
Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, it was good. I play Apex Legends a lot, so all that stuff caught my attention right off the bat.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was really cool. And so that was the EA Play Live event. We're gonna shift our focus now a little to just some more recent news. And one of the biggest news that came out, I think today, this morning, was the new Pokemon Unite game.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you guys Pokemon fans?
Of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Who
All
doesn't
right.
love Pokemon?
All right. Are you MOBA fans? Are you?
Yes and no.
Yes
I
and no.
played a little bit of League, a few mobile games, but not too much. But once you throw Pokemon in there, I'm a fan. So,
Okay.
I'm there.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
it just
fair.
looks awesome, man. It just looks like
Yeah.
something that was meant to be there. I guess Pokemon does a lot of good job, really good job with their game. I guess their change of games. Like they go into different genres and just MOBAs, and then they do RPGs and different type of games. They, they're just killing it, and it looks awesome. I can't wait to be Charizard and just
Oh yeah.
move, and they look like Blastoise had an awesome move as well. So yeah, it'll be great, and it's also for mobile and mobile.
Yeah.
Right. I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so mobile games are always great. So when you don't have anything to do, or when you're on the go, so just the fact that it's a mobile game is definitely going to bring in a lot of people.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, of course. Especially when I'm at work, I play a lot of games at work, so this is gonna be a good one for me.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you've ever played MOBAs, but I played League of Legends. League of Legends looks way more complex than Pokemon Unite's gonna be. I also played Heroes of the Storm, so that was a way less complicated game.
Hmm.
It was a game that I was able to just kind of casually play, And the other day I was playing with John. He's been on some of the other podcasts, and I was just showing him how to play, and he caught on really quick. And the whole idea of the game is pretty simple: is to capture the different points on the map,
Yeah.
and at the same time you're fighting little enemies. In this case, there are other Pokemon that you're trying to catch,
Yeah.
and you're fighting the other team while you're trying to do all these objectives. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this works. Just from the gameplay from Nintendo this morning, it's definitely going to be easier than most MOBAs I played. It doesn't look like they have a lot of different options. And I know League of Legends, your options just go crazy. You can pick up items, you can go different tracks with your power ups. And this looked like it was very cemented. Each character has their own different sets that you can set up, and their own different move sets, and then how it works. And I think it's going to be really good, honestly, because for me, Heroes of the Storm was a nice intro, or not an intro. I was introduced at League of Legends. Heroes of the Storm was a good simplification of the MOBA.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Unite is just going to be further simplified and more accessible to casual gamers, especially being on mobile.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a big game. You could just tell. Like I said, being on mobile, just there's not very many big mobile games right now at the time, so it'd be nice to have something like that. And like you said, it's simplified. That's the thing with League. League's a bit of I guess a little bit complicated. You do got to do your research on what kind of abilities to use and to buy, and all the builds and stuff like that. So the fact that it's a little simpler and you don't have to, I guess, practice too much or play too much, you can just jump in and play. Kind of what their moves are and stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It'll definitely be a fun game to just play on the fly.
Yeah, definitely.
And then lastly, big news that we got in the last couple of days here was Mixer. So Mixer, which was in my opinion, the number one competitor to Twitch. It might have been YouTube, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
But Mixer kind of closing down shop and going to Facebook gaming.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I know, Boots, you were thinking of starting streaming on Mixer. What's the plan now?
So I mean, I was, like I said, you're right. I was planning to stream on Mixer, but I've been watching a lot of streamers on Facebook in general. So that's the way I wanted to go. But I wanted to do something where I didn't have to build a PC first to stream. But now it looks like I kind of have to now to kind of stream off of that. But I mean, I'm excited for it. I mean, I like Facebook just in general, just because it is a big name brand. And also, it's the biggest social media platform there is right now.
Mm-hmm.
They have Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that. So adding that gaming aspect, and it's new, so it can only go up. So that's the thing. I think a lot of people are knocking on it is because it's new. Well, that's a good thing. Twitch is already there. It's already up there. It has its, it has to offer. But having Facebook as a new platform to game and stuff like that, I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to blow up within the next 2-3 years.
Yeah,
definitely can. I mean, there's room for these companies to not take over, but at least compete with them. YouTube, I feel like they just don't invest their money into a lot of their streaming, just more of their videos. So they're kind of like in the middle, and they don't know what they want to do. So Facebook, if they do come out with it and they do improve it a lot, it's something good. But Mixer, it's just sad to see Mixer. A lot of those streamers kind of got to make a tough choice of with Twitch's past and how they handle a lot of things that they do handle. A lot of people like Ninja and Shroud and a lot of them decided to switch over to Mixer because of a lot of their controversies. So it's kind of a tough decision. Like, what do you do? Do you go to Twitch or do you go to Facebook or to YouTube? And if you go to Twitch, you kind of look bad going back to Twitch. So a lot of people are in a lot of hard places right now. But the only two people are the few people that are in the hard places are Ninja, Shroud, and them because they got paid. It said Ninja got a 30 million buyout. Like, just imagine as a gamer, as a little kid, yourself thinking that some gamer would ever get paid $30 million to stream on a certain platform. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's mind-boggling.
So yeah, definitely decisions to be made there.
Yeah,
you guys were also mentioning specifically for Xbox, how easy it used to be to stream
Yeah.
Mixer.
Right.
So who knows if that'll change? Maybe they'll keep the integration.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping so. Especially with I think if they do something, it's gonna be with the next gen console. It's
Okay.
to introduce something where Facebook's already implanted into there, so you
Yeah.
can stream to Facebook gaming. And if that happens, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely see something like that happening. Like where they could link your Xbox account to your Facebook account, and it automatically alerts people when you're playing a certain game. You could
Right.
send invites through Facebook, maybe just like they already do their Facebook invites to do their Facebook games, like their little Candy Crush
Right.
and stuff like that. So there's probably some improvement that could happen. It was just so easy just to click. You literally click like two buttons and you click start streaming. You were already streaming on Mixer.
Yeah.
So it was just so simple. I know a lot of my friends did stream on Mixer as well. Just whenever you wanted to stream, show people what you were playing, stuff like that. It was just so easy. So it is kind of sad to see it go.
Right.
It was just out of nowhere. You thought they were doing a little good once they invested all that money into their Ninja and Shroud and them. You thought, oh, maybe they're on their way up, but it's sad to see.
I don't know. Maybe it's just strategic. Like looking at a high level, seeing a Mixer's owned by Microsoft.
Yeah,
Seeing Microsoft play nice with Facebook is kind of a big deal. And who knows? It's not necessarily that Mixer is being sold to Facebook, and the details of it haven't really been
Right.
given completely yet.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just them working together.
That's
I
a merger.
know. Yeah, I know. On the PlayStation side, we used to be able to log into the PlayStation network with our Facebook ID, and they took that away a few months ago.
Mhm.
And maybe there's kind of this idea of Facebook integration just moving over to Microsoft, moving to
Right.
Xbox
Exclusive.
specifically.
Yeah.
Which would be
And
big.
if that's the case, that's a big deal in my opinion. I
Yeah.
know Sony and PlayStation have always played nice with Apple products.
Yeah.
With the Mac, like it's super easy for me to pull up my PS controller, connect it to my Mac, and it's already mapped out to games.
Yeah.
And vice versa, like signing in with my iPhone into my PlayStation ID and all that. It's really easy, and there's been a lot of rumors that PlayStation 5 is going to have a lot of Apple products integrated, like Apple Music and
That's
and
cool.
those things. So if these rumors are true, and Sony and PlayStation are kind of trending to integration with Apple, well, maybe this is part of Xbox and Microsoft's plan to join into Facebook and pull that crowd in and pull in all that. I mean, Facebook data is crazy,
Yeah.
right? And they made billions of dollars off data last year. So
Right.
having that data integration with Mixer, maybe it's not as much Facebook is acquiring Mixer. Like you said, maybe some type of merger. Maybe this is really being planned out correctly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't make this decision, especially after investing all the money just out of the blue. So
Yeah.
they definitely have a plan. It's hard to see the plan, but hopefully it works out because I think Twitch needs a rival, or else they're gonna keep going into that bad path where they can just do whatever they want because
Mhm.
those people are trapped. They're kind of trapped. 'Cause
Right.
They gotta stream on Twitch, or else they're not gonna be making money. So
Yeah, we saw those DMCA rulings come through recently
Yeah.
also, where people got tagged for playing music that they didn't own, and
yeah, it's
and
big.
a bunch of people getting kicked off, and I mean,
Yeah. A lot of
streamers
people do.
losing their livelihood.
Yeah,
Literally.
a lot of people do like song requests and stuff like that on Twitch. So
Yeah,
it's
like I
definitely
watched
that DMs.
I watch 8-Bit Drummer
Yeah,
on Twitch, and this dude that just plays drums along to a bunch of different recommended videos, and he had to take down a bunch of stuff.
that
So, yeah.
sucks. Yeah, it's hard.
So we'll see where it goes. We'll see where this streaming stuff goes. I mean, in the meantime, I stream on Twitch. Hopefully, you guys are going to be streaming on different things. We'll throw in all our tags at the end of this video.
Sure.
But yeah, and just to close out here, again, just like last week, I like to close out with recommendations for the week. Do either of you guys want to start?
Yeah, I mean, since we're sticking with EA, I want to talk about one of my favorite EA games. A lot of people haven't played it. which I'm surprised about. But it is a big game. Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh, yeah. That too. They didn't announce any Mass Effect games.
I
didn't think about that.
It hurts my
Crap.
heart a little bit. But yeah, man, if people have the time to play all the first 3 Mass Effects, and they're on Xbox too, so
Yep.
play them. They're
Orange
about
box.
and yeah, I mean they're 20 to 30-hour games and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, it takes time.
Those are good
Definitely.
games.
Yeah. So I recommend that for sure.
Good recommendation. Those are good games. Definitely would recommend those as well. For me, I'd say if you haven't played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, that's definitely a good one. Kind of talking on the the Pokemon topic. If you like Pokemon Go, kind of like the old school Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, definitely play that because it kind of integrates Pokemon Go and the old school games. So yeah, recommend that.
Nice. Thanks, guys. My recommendation is this game is on all platforms, but specifically for PlayStation 4, it's a free game, a free download this month as well. I talked about a free download last week, which is Battlefront 2. This week it's Call of Duty World War II. It's free on PS4. You have till the end of the month to get it. This game, literally, I remember playing this game at Eddie's house. He's like, I got this new game, you got to play it. I literally played through the first 30 minutes of the game. The best intro to a video game I've ever played, hands down.
Yes.
It was so, in 30 minutes, just packed so much emotion and fear and action, and it was just crazy. And it was so dope, and I instantly was hooked.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, just grab it. It's a free game, and it's a fun game. A lot of people still play it, and yeah, so that's my recommendation for the week.
Awesome.
And yeah, so I just want to thank everyone for joining us. We touched on the EA Play Live event mostly today, and you can watch that whole event in its entirety on YouTube. And just want to thank you for joining us. We are QuickScope Podcast, and make sure you check out all the other podcasts. We have the Heroes and Mutants, Sports Dogs, Cut the Film, Audio Extracts. Catch all those other podcasts. Those are amazing guys. They know what they're talking about. And want to thank you for joining us today. And have a great week. GG's.
Hey guys.
GG.
GG.